ECAT's production of concert series are provided by Morris Insurance. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for supporting producing concert series.
And welcome to the second in our 4-month series of Singer Songwriter Showcases with members of the International Singer Songwriter Association Boston Northeast chapter. We are an artist alliance group, which means we're a bunch of singer songwriters who gather to support each other, to do concerts together, to share original music. And one of the really fun things that we're doing in the Northeast chapter is we're trying to bring live music into communities that don't have the same venues that Boston and Cambridge have. So to be able to come to a really high quality show right here in Oakes Ames Memorial Hall is a real treat for us. It's a treat, hopefully, that you will enjoy. We're also very grateful to Adam and his team from ECAT because they're filming the series for a broadcast after the show so that people can learn about the series. Hopefully, if you have a good time, you'll tell friends because we'll be back in March and in April with different teams each time. And I love Victorian halls, the way this series started here. We play in a lot of places across the state, and we're branching into the whole Northeast region. Priscilla Almquist Olsen does a TV show, and she had me play. And since I'm a real piano player, I don't really like keyboards, but it's a little hard to put a baby grand on my back and take it from Waltham, Massachusetts in the Subaru. She said, I'll give you a choice. You can come in the studio with your keyboard, or you can come to Oakes Ames Memorial Hall and play an antique Steinway baby grand. Guess what I chose? So that introduced me to this gorgeous Victorian building. I'm already a Victorian architecture freak. So I fell in love and talked with Fred Ames, who was good enough to say, okay, we'll give it a try, and hopefully there'll be interest in the town and we can build something. So thank you for being here, because you're helping us build a brand new series that we hope catches fire and brings more people in so that it can be enjoyable for everyone here, as well as for all the artists playing. And I want to thank Joan, who's not in the room right now. She may be behind listening. Joan, who here's Joan. Thank you, Joan, who takes care of Oakes Ames Memorial Hall and is good enough to be having us here. So I want to thank her and Fred, who take such good care of this very beautiful space. I also want to thank Albert and Rebecca, who were the people you saw when you came in. Albert is a musician, and they live locally. And Albert will be playing in our March show. So today, besides me, I'm Linda Marks, a singer-songwriter from Waltham, Massachusetts. We have Tom Maynard, who's here from Connecticut. We have Chuck Vermette, and you're in Weymouth, is that correct, Chuck?
In Norwell.
Oh, Norwell. Stonehill graduate, okay, from Norwood. And we have Stan Matthews, who came from North Brookfield. So we have people from far and wide. This time we're all pretty close. Last month we had someone who came all the way from Vermont. So we're going to play in the round, and what that means is we just go around, and it's a lot of fun because sometimes what we choose to play plays off one another. Welcome and come on in. And one song at a time, and I want to thank Tom for being our sound man. And in addition to playing, he's also our sound man, which is a huge contribution. So I'm going to kick it off. Even though I have a brand new 15 studio album that's out there on the table that's charting very well and getting great reviews, a thing about being a singer-songwriter is there's always something new. And it takes about a year to make an album, between saving up all the money to produce it and the production process. So I'm now starting to work on my 16th studio album that's going to come out in a year. I've written all the songs, but again, it takes a year to save up the money to pay for the production and do it. And this is a song that I decided to play after seeing a little YouTube clip from who here knows who Dan Levy is? I'm just curious. Who knows, has anyone heard of Eugene Levy, his dad? They're Canadians. Best in Show. Dan Levy is the son of Eugene Levy, who everyone knows from Best in Show. And he's a brilliant filmmaker, writer, producer. He had a show called Schitt's Creek that was really popular that sort of saved me during the pandemic, because if I needed a laugh, I could binge watch the show. But he made a comment about, You know, the process of being an artist, we spend a lot of time by ourselves. We need to wait for inspiration or see what inspires us. And when people are on the outside, all they see is the fruits of our labor versus the process behind the scenes. And it was a really beautiful post he wrote because it was really designed to inspire people. So this is a song that is about my creative process as an artist. I call it Dancing with God. You light the candle, you plant the seed, you nurture fertile inspiration that grows inside of me. You write the music, the lyrics flow, then you play what you've created with your fiddle and your bow. I am a healer, you bring the light, offering safety, soothing, mending. You make what's broken right. I'm a songwriter and write the songs, but you're always my best partner, keeping my creative flame strong. To dance with you, love to follow your lead. My heart swells with inspiration. You give me what I need. Forever grateful to the music that flows within my soul. I love to dance with you, dance with you, dance with you. I love to dance with you, dance with you, dance with you. You make my spirit whole. In time I've realized this path is my way. Seeing beauty, growing vision, my life anchored in my faith. You weave my story, I trust the plot, writing and singing and dancing with God. I love to dance with you, love to follow your lead. My heart swells with inspiration. You give me what I need. Forever grateful to the music that flows within my soul. I love to dance with you, dance with you, dance with you. I love to dance with you, dance with you, dance with you. You make my spirit whole. You spoke to me clearly, even when I was a child. You saved my life when I floundered in the wild. You always stood by me through my darkest days. It's as though you have a pathway to my heart as I pray. I love to dance with you, love to follow your lead. My heart swells with inspiration. You give me what I need. Forever grateful to the music that flows within my soul. I love to dance with you, dance with you, dance with you. I love to dance with you, dance with you, dance with you. I love to dance with you, dance with you, dance with you. You make my spirit whole. You make my spirit whole.
Thank you.
Passing it on to Tom Maynard.
So, yeah, it's really great to be here. This is an amazing venue, and although it's a little bit of a windy road from here to the highway, I was glad the GPS was working. This song here is something that is based on a poem that my wife wrote, and I didn't know that she had written it even. I was looking through a set of old handwritten lyrics as I was preparing to move from New Hampshire down to Connecticut a year or so ago. And when I found this set of lyrics, I was like, this isn't my poem, and it's not one that I know from somebody else, and it's in her handwriting. So I took it to her and I said, this looks like this is your poem? And she's like, I don't remember writing it. So I was like, yeah, but it's her voice, so I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, I wrote the music to it a month or so later. It's called Song of the Roses. This was the front door where roses still grow. They were planted with care a long time ago, and the old foundation is filled now with trees and a breeze where the roof used to be. Hands built these old walls, they stacked stone on stone. They broke their backs to make New England their home. Oh, way to go. They walked on the land from winter to spring. As they planted their roses, they'd sing. Grow strong and take root, grow sturdy and wild. This life is not for the meek or the mild. May you still grow here after we're gone, and may you still be singing your song. If I lived here, my kitchen window would be in the back, where I could see that old apple tree. And look, there are lilies by the old cellar stair, and lilacs to sweeten the air. I feel them all around me out here in the woods. Their life was so hard, but I think it was good. When flowers bloomed, souls would fly like birds on the wing, and rocking their babies they'd sing. Grow strong and take root, grow sturdy and wild. This life is not for the meek or the mild. May you still grow here after we're gone, and may you still be singing your song. Why did they leave? And where did they go? What happened to them? Does anyone know? Roses that bloom by a door, long since gone, sing a memory, still singing your song. Grow strong and take root, grow sturdy and wild. This life is not for the meek or the mild. May you still grow here long after we're gone, and may you still be singing your song. Thank you.
Edge this down a little bit. One thing for anybody who loves history, or in my case, I'm old enough to have seen some, is that the things that seem important at one time usually aren't, and the things that are important are things you don't recognize now, but will be considered important 75 years from now. And in this case, I think it's the James Webb Telescope. We are constantly discovering things about the universe that contradict what we already know, and it's fascinating to follow. And many things that seem contradictory, and I could go on, the cerebral part of me could talk all day about that. This is called Sundry Conundrums at Once. Sundry conundrums at once, clans of hyenas waiting to pounce, prophetic, heretical, perhaps parenthetical, sundry conundrums at once. Nothing is faster than light, EMC squaring it, fright and delight, the study of stages in distance, not ages, sundry conundrums at once. A placeholder bridge to be written in fall, ran out of time as in any time at all. Heisenberg waves from the gate, sophistry lingers, emotions abate, strains of illusion, parallax and protrusion, sundry conundrums at once. Sundry conundrums at once, clans of hyenas waiting to pounce, prophetic, heretical, perhaps parenthetical, sundry conundrums at once. Sundry conundrums at once. Sundry conundrums at once.
And next up is Stan Matthews. Glad to have a fan for Stan.
My name is Stan Matthews. I'm from North Brookfield. Those who don't know North Brookfield, we're known for Brookfield Orchards and Longview Recording Farms, where the Rolling Stones had toured and rehearsed for their tour, and Jay Giles and many other bands that play there. I'm going to do a song I wrote called Working Man's Blues. I'm proud to say that I'm a blue-collar man, like my daddy and his pappy before him. Working morning till late, every day, 5, 6, 7 days a week. Well, it ain't that I got nothing against wearing a shirt and tie, but a white-collar job just ain't for me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Well, there's a certain sense of pride that you feel inside when your hands are all covered in grease. Got that working man's blues, it's all I can do. White collar job just ain't for me. Well, I got 7 mouths to feed. More money is what we all need. Boss man, I'll rate that extra shift, but it never seems to be enough. Overtime's a working man's drug. All we do is make the tax man rich. Don't need no politician's lie, says he stands up for me. All the time I know he's full of it. Well, there's a certain sense of pride that you feel inside when your hands are all covered in grease. Got that working man's blues, it's all I can do. White collar job just ain't for me. Well, there's a certain sense of pride that you feel inside when your hands are all covered in grief. Got that working man's blues, that's all I can do. A white collar job just ain't for me. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to move into the next round, so I'm going to lead off. I'm Linda Marks for the people that walked in after we'd already started, and thank you everybody for being here today. I'm so glad that it's not 10 degrees out, and it's not an ice skating rink out, and it's not snowing with raining and then freezing sleet. So we actually have a really beautiful day, and I'm glad all of you came out. So this next song, there was a little talk of history. Chuck was talking a little bit about history. My son is working on a PhD in history, and it's made me a lot more attentive to looking at stories in history. I actually, just like I love Victorian architecture, I'm finding I really love learning about history, including about little details about what's the history of states. My son, because he actually works as a teacher in a charter school, and this year he's doing curriculum development, and I drive him to and from work. And when I pick him up, I get to hear both what he developed in his curriculum, and I also get to hear what he's worked on his dissertation. So when the Los Angeles wildfires started to burn and started to devastate some of my friends and colleagues, because I'm actually grateful that I'm a member of the Recording Academy, and I had been planning to go to the Grammys this year until the Los Angeles wildfires made it unsafe. And I had friends and colleagues who lost everything. And I wanted to write something that could be recorded as a way to contribute to help them. So I'm actually recording this song for my 2026 album, and all the proceeds are going to go to something called Music Cares to help all the artists who lost everything to the wildfires. But in the process, I wanted to learn more about Los Angeles. And a little bit of the story is at the beginning of the song. One of the things that I found fascinating is that when Native Americans lived in what eventually became Los Angeles, it was called Yanga. And what that meant was the Valley of Smoke. So that was a little prescient. So this is called Queen of the Angels, and this is the title song for my album that's going to come out in a year. But please look at the one that just came out that's on the table called The Silence of the Stars. If I were more of a marketing person and less of a creative artist, I'd be sharing all those songs. But creative artists like to share what's new. Actually, I just finished this just after the Grammys, so I don't think this one has been performed in public before. Queen of the Angels. Flames burn through the valley of smoke, once called Yanga, place of poison oak, claimed for Spain in 1542, America's second largest city will need to build anew. Founded as Los Angeles in 1781, in search of gold
with fortunes to be won. The town name reflected its Catholic founders' ways. The largest archdiocese in the USA. So many people scared and homeless. So many dreams have fallen through. Where is the Queen of the Angels? There's so much work to do. Where is the Queen of the Angels now? Have the flames scorched her wings? Have the fires burnt her healing harp? I no longer hear her sing. So many people scared and homeless. So many dreams have fallen through. Where is the Queen of the Angels now? She needs healing too. Artists came to flourish and grow creative dreams, doing work in music, film and TV. The Queen of the Angels watched over them with care until the LA wildfires scorched the earth bare. Even as the fires come, they leave a toxic wake. Toxic water, toxic air, our health is at stake. The city of the angels needs a rebirth. Can we work together to heal planet Earth? So many people scared and homeless. So many dreams have fallen through. Where is the Queen of the Angels? There's so much work to do. Where is the Queen of the Angels now? Has the flame scorched her wings? Has the fire burnt her healing harp? I no longer hear her sing. So many people scared and homeless. So many dreams have fallen through. Where is the Queen of the Angels now? She needs healing too. Where is the Queen of the Angels now? She needs healing too.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was gorgeous, Linda.
Thank you, Tom.
Move that out of the way for now. So I'm in the middle of creating a new disc, a new album, and it should be out in the next couple months. I finished recording it, and now it's in the mix and master stages. So the song previous and this song here are both on the new album. This is called Let's Pretend. Let's pretend that we've just met and we're first sensing that spark. 40 years haven't swiftly flown past. Let's pretend. Let's imagine we've yet to taste kisses. Then in the trembling dark, we're swept away, our hearts beating fast. Let's pretend, and our hearts unbroken will never need mending. So innocent and free that the miles and the years and the smiles and the tears have not yet come to be, have not yet come to be. Let's pretend that I haven't hurt you in all of those little ways, and you still look at me with your shining eyes. Let's pretend. Let's imagine that all of our choices have added up to say that we live in a place where regrets cause no sighs. Let's pretend, and our hearts unbroken will never need mending. So innocent and free that the miles and the years and the smiles and the tears have not yet come to be, have not yet come to be. But what if all the trial and strife, even the innocence lost, have transformed to an even greater love, and we don't have to pretend? No, we don't have to pretend. Thank you.
And now the precipice that every guitarist goes on. Sometimes you go on a tightrope when you put on a capo, because it can throw your guitar way out of tune. Not bad. Overmorrow is an antiquated admitted word. It means the day after tomorrow. Now, when I was growing up in the 1960s, 70s, we all thought, oh, we were going off to this wonderful world. Flash forward 50 years, and it's like we're partying like it's 1899. So a lot of what we wanted to see, we haven't seen. Maybe we'll see it the day after tomorrow. Overmorrow, through the sorrow I see. A white flag flying, and the world is meant to be. Seen a diamond in the rush with a heart on fire. Seen the heart of the Madison, the demon on the run. Where scattered revision dies with shattered derision, and loved ones move over, and truth finds a home over morrow. Where fear meets its fate, withers in the shadows, where forgiveness lays in wait. Seen a city on a hill in silver and magenta, a lyrical equation in the tongue never claimed, where scattered lamentation tears the fabric of creation, and loved ones rejected is all that remains over morrow. Through the sorrow I see a white flag flying, and a world that's meant to be. Over morrow, where fear meets its fate, and withers in the shadows, where forgiveness lays in wait. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Today pulls the levers, but his fate is certain. A rebel takes the throne, and the meek inherit a ruling on appeal for the poor in spirit. The soul in a sheet to remain forever. Peace in the valley that can never be severed. Darkness and light meet their end in the light. Over morrow, through the sorrow I see a white flag flying, and a world that's meant to be. White flag flying, and a world that's meant to be. Courage is grace under pressure.
Just isn't right. So I've been a truck driver for 29 years.
Wow.
That's my truck driving buddy there, Dave.
Aw, that's great.
I got 5 kids and 9 chickens and a wife, too.
In that order?
Yeah, in that order. So it's only natural I wrote a song about driving a truck, because there's just some things that people need to understand about it. So here it goes, called Truck Driving Man. This goes out to all the men and women driving the back roads and highways of this great nation. I'm talking about truck driving, whether it's 6 or 18 wheels, bringing all them products you need for your daily living. I know, 'cause I'm a truck driving man. Diesel humming, wheels rolling, I'm a truck driving man. Got a job and I'm getting to it, doing the best that I can. Got Hank and Johnny, Willie and Waylon, got me some good tune. There's nothing better to get me through my day than Webb, Lefty, and George Jones. Hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a truck driving man. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm a truck driving man. Hey lady, put that coffee down. Hey mister, stop that fooling around. Hey kids, put them cell phones away. Got a wife and a family waiting for me. I'm a truck driving man. Diesel humming, wheels rolling. I'm a truck driving man. Got a load and I'm gonna get it, and I'm doing the best that I can. Through the rain and the snow and the heat and the cold, I'm a truck driving man. This big old rig, she ain't forgiving when you cut her off time and time again. Hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a truck driving man. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm a truck driving man. Hey lady, put that coffee down. Hey mister, stop that fooling around. Hey kids, put them cell phones away. Got a wife and a family waiting on me. I'm a truck driving man. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm a truck driving man. Thank you.
So if we look at what our side hustles are, most singer-songwriters have to have a side hustle. It's impossible to make a living in this world as a singer-songwriter. If you heard what it costs for someone to make an album, never mind all the time and effort, and then look at what the potential return is on all that time and effort. Tom is smiling because he's in the middle of making an album. I'm smiling because I just released my 15th album. On Spotify, you get like 0.0003 cents per play. So if you have like 1 million plays that no one gets unless they have a big record company getting them, you might get maybe 5% of what it costs to make the album back for that, if you're lucky. But nonetheless, it's fascinating to see what the side hustles are for people that are singer-songwriters. And my side hustle is I'm actually a body-centered psychotherapist. That's mind-body psychotherapy, which is a whole other conversation. And I do have a psychotherapist work song that's on my 2024 album because just like who writes songs about truck drivers? Well, who writes songs about psychotherapists? So I did, about what it's like to be a psychotherapist. But I didn't bring this. It still segues into this next song, which I wrote and I very quickly had produced because of the subject matter. On December 4th, many of you might have noticed something happened that hit the news like a train. And because of what my side hustle is, it sort of pulled me by my guts. In Midtown Manhattan, a masked, hoodied gunman shot United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. And for 5 days, no one could find the masked gunman until 5 days later, in Altoona, Pennsylvania, a 26-year-old man named Luigi Mangione was found eating, I think it was like a hash browns at a McDonald's. And the rest became, unfortunately, a sensationalized social media feeding frenzy. And it also has become a political football. And as someone who works in the mental health field, it ate me alive. So I started to do as much as research as I can. I guess history and people's stories both make me do research. And what I discovered is that Luigi Mangione has lived his entire life since he was a kid with death-defying, unrelenting, chronic pain. He got Lyme disease as a kid, And even though he was really bright, he had a real hard time focusing and had brain fog. And when he was trying to tell people what happened, no one would listen to him. So everyone in the media focuses on, oh, rich kid privilege. As someone who's been a therapist for many decades, I can assure you that people who came from families like that may have had emotionally desolate landscapes, like the poor little rich person syndrome. And having managed a soccer team for 6 years, the kid who was from the richest family, I was the poorest family, I was a single mom with a child, yet I was putting the time in to run the soccer team with the lowest income in the city. And the kid from the richest family's parents never came to one game because they were too busy traveling, and they sent the kid with a nanny. So anyhow, I've had plenty of clients over the years living with chronic pain, and pain can break you. So I wrote this song called Pain Changes Everything, and it's available on all digital platforms in a very powerful recording that I made with Justine Blazer from Nashville.
You don't really know me, though the headlines shout my name. Nobody knew me before that fateful day. I was born into a family that earned their silver spoon, had money, privilege, went to the finest schools, but my body is a prison. Steel screws pierce my spine, clouded thinking, brain fog, the effects of childhood line. Pain changes everything. Could no longer be silent, confronted with the facts, healthcare is harming. It was time for me to act. I know he was a father, a husband and a son, but that was not my focus when I shot him with my gun. Pain changes everything. Freedom fighter, did pain obscure my goal? Pain changes everything. Pain changes everything. Is my moral compass broken, or just crooked like my spine? Cold-blooded murder is a life-destroying crime. Technology's a cancer, a hungry, heartless foe. Profit before people, corporate greed out of control. I am fighting for humanity, agency that's bold. Homemade gun, bullet casings, with a story to be told. Delay, deny, depose. Am I a criminal or martyr, a victim or lost soul? Folk hero, freedom fighter, did pain obscure my goal? Pain changes everything. Pain changes everything. Or guilty, for me the bell now tolls. Will the court consider mercy or life without parole? The jury will ponder, did I commit a crime? But here on the inside, I'm already doing time. Pain changes everything. Pain changes everything. Pain changes everything.
And I want to be clear, that's a song about the mental health crisis. It's not political, and in no way is it ever okay to kill another human being.
All these changes. Very powerful. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
So you may have noticed that the four of us are very, very different in our styles, as well as content of the songs and all that. I'm going to lean into that. Do one of my latest songs here. This is called The Dance. Tissue paper shreds and tears, little evening storms last remnant clears, ripe and full late summer moon spills liquid light, fine silver true, pearly rays out across the field, a spell to yearning eyes revealed. Each blade of grass cut sleek and stark, and gems of dew that flash and spark. Each crystal orb a tiny moon that cling to toes, fling fiery runes that somehow tell the true fair's tale, invoke a music hoary hail, a pas de deux, a courtship right between firefly and fairy light, dancing to the earth's one song, the dance to which we all belong. Each tree, each bush, each fern, each moss, each stream cascade, each wave foam tossed, each heron, blackbird, chickadee, all who move and breathe and dream, dancing to the earth's one song, the dance to which we all belong. My love there hides a pearl. It lies where tides and currents swirl. A pearl, the moon there shining bright. In the depths a single light. Just beyond a finger's tip, where lungs burn and heartbeats skip. Just within a lover's dream, where longing may our fates redeem. A pearl, the moon beyond my reach. Its tidal pull waves on the beach. Though I have no right to claim, I offer in my dream a flame, a star to hang in darkest night, that star and moon may both burn bright. A pas de deux, again a dance. I know I can't deny the chance to dance with you, the night earth's first song, the dance to which we all belong. Each smile, each sigh, each glance, each touch, each day, each night, each holds so much. An hour, a day, a year, a life. Your gift to me, the moon's sweet light. Dancing to the earth's one song, the dance to which we all belong. Dancing to the earth's one song, the dance to which we all belong. Thank you.
hear it everywhere in management and advertising for that matter, making everything easier, work smarter, not harder. I can agree with that. And one of my favorites, I actually saw an ad that said, inner peace has never been easier or more affordable. A little bit of con there, no? Well, I can attest to this. You know, remember when somebody would say to you, I didn't listen to anybody when I was a kid. And they say, well, you'll have to learn this the hard way, young man. Well, if there's one thing when it comes to love between two people, I'm convinced that the hard way is the only way there is.
Long-haired rebel, long hair is long gone. Memory slipping, but the story goes on. We did it the hard way, the only way there is. Awkward moments, been a few. Words and anger, some of that too. We did it the hard way, the only way there is. Whatever world is coming, there's a one that we've made. Unless you've been there or you've seen through our souls, there's no knowing the price that we paid. Subtle victories follow anguish and doubt. Subtle moments, the ones that stand out. We did it the hard way, the only way there is. Whatever world is coming, with the one that we've made. Unless you've been there or you've seen through our souls, there's no knowing the price that we paid. Won't go gentle into the good night. Till one of us gets there, we'll fight the good fight and do it the hard way, the only way there is. And do it the hard way, the only way there is. I've got 4 CDs I've done, and like Linda says, it's time-consuming and very expensive. And I've been working on the 5th one for almost a year now. And when you have a full-time job and you have kids and chickens and everything else, there's not a lot of time to do things. So, but I would like to do a newer song of mine. Called True Love. He's got a talent for saying what should never be said. Sometimes he wishes he was better off dead. Open his mouth, stick that big foot in. There he goes, he just did it again. They both like to pour gas on the fire. Neither one will back down. It's a competition that no one wins. They both drag each other down. She needs to get to church every day. A little confession would go a long way. Those hurtful words, hey, they cut like a knife. It's a superpower she best deny. They both like to pour gas on the fire. Neither one will back down. It's a competition that no one wins. They both drag each other down. True love ain't all sunshine and flowers. Walked in the moonlight, holding hands. It can be tough, it can be painful, but no pain can stop me reaching out for your hand. Thank you.
So one more song each from each of us. That will close out the show. I'm Linda Marks, Tom Maynard, Chuck Vermette, and Stan Matthews. And thank you. Thanks again to Joan for her care for this beautiful space and for being kind enough to give us the opportunity to be here. Thanks to Adam and his team from ECAT who are recording this so that others can see it after the show. And if Albert and Rebecca can hear me out in the hall, thanks to Albert and Rebecca for being not only our welcomers and greeters, but the people that are helping collect the donations for the show. I thought I'd end on a really fun note, since I've been talking about sort of more serious issues. This sort of comes from a serious issue, but yeah, sometimes serious issues make me write funny songs. So the context is the teardown epidemic. Here, whenever I come to Easton and North Easton, I'm so in love with all the historical houses that are still here. In Waltham, where I live, and sadly a lot of the other towns, developers are sort of really hungry to put as much house as they can on the leased space. And what that does is it actually changes the fauna and the flora. It happened behind me, a perfectly fine cape, kind of thing that many people used to call a real home, got torn down. And when the developers built two tall, skinny things where there used to be the very nice cape home, different species invaded my garden. So this is called Gardener's Lament, and there's a chorus for you to sing along with. The lyrics are pretty easy, and I'll play it so you can learn the chorus. The chorus is, was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who chomped my broccoli? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who stole it all from me? This is a true story. All I did was tell it. But this really happened this past summer in my garden, and I wish that I'd had the fruits of my labor, but I didn't. It's called Gardener's Lament, and the way the chorus goes, was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who chomped my broccoli? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who stole it all from me? Why don't you join me this time? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who chomped my broccoli? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who stole it all from me? Okay, that's going to come around a bunch of times, and you can join me in asking the big question. I thought you were cute with fluffy brown ticked fur. I thought you were quiet, you'd never raise a stir. You sit still when my dog walks by. I knew you liked carrots, but you're eating his drive-by. When I read the Chinese zodiac, it told me you were calm, reserved, introspective, never thought you'd do harm. The year of the rabbit was 2023, but that was 2024, so what's your gripe with me? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who chomped my broccoli? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who stole it all from me? Were you the culprit who ate my pumpkin plants? My neighbor said you weren't alone. The hedgehog met her glance. My yellow squash zucchini inspired food romance. Jumped over chicken wire in a cauliflower trance. Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who chomped my broccoli? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who stole it all from me? I wish you had a special taste for ailanthus leaves. They grow like weeds, invade the space, grow rapidly as trees. Please eat my lawn, it's yours for free. Instead, cruciferous veggies are your garden fantasy. Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who chopped my broccoli? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog? Was it you or the hedgehog who stole it all from me? All God's creatures need to eat. That means you, and that means me. I'm not hard-hearted, it's not I don't care. The story would be different if you'd just share. I bet you and the hedgehog enjoyed your garden crime. You cased the joint and waited till the plants were in their prime. You made the hit, took what you want, left the stalks behind. Next year find a new neighborhood before I lose my mind. Was it you
hedgehog, was it you? Or the hedgehog, was it you? Or the hedgehog who chomped my broccoli, was it you? Or the hedgehog, was it you? Or the hedgehog, was it you? Or the hedgehog who stole it all from me, was it you? Or the hedgehog, was it you? Or the hedgehog, was it you? Or the hedgehog who chopped my broccoli, was it you? Or the hedgehog, was it you? Or the hedgehog, was it you? Or the hedgehog who stole it all from me? Thanks for singing along.
I've had a great time here tonight, so thank you for showing up for us all. I'm sure Linda will say a few words too, but I want to express my appreciation for your being here. Thank you. And aren't they all great? I mean, this has been I've really enjoyed the show. All right. So I have some CDs out on the table too. Obviously, the songs I've been singing are all going to be on the new one so far. So, oh well. But this one is the title song from the new from my first album called "Whispers in the Wind." The mist and through the mire, at the feet of the sacred mountains old, in a clearing burns a fire. The fire consumes all in its reach, tended by their hands unseen. It burns with a crystal claret light, neath the forest verdant green. Faces in the shadows, whispers in the wind, certain that you've seen them, then they're gone again. Let your vision flicker and fly. The less you see, the more you try. The more you try, they'll pass you by. Whispers in the wind, whispers in the wind. Eyes of a child may take them in, or so like a child it seems how quickly does desire fade, soon lost, found just in dreams. Promise conjured in smoke and flames, wishes whispered in the wind, passions pursued come home again, and lie broken in hearts within. Faces in the shadows, whispers in the wind, certain that you've seen them, then they're gone again. Let your vision flicker and fly. The less you see, the more you try. The more you try, they'll pass you by. Whispers in the wind, whispers in the wind. Grow wild around, a path leads deep which long we sought, but memory fails to mark the place, pass by without a thought. Faces in the shadows, whispers in the wind, certain that you've seen them, then they're gone again. Let your vision flicker and fly. The less you see, the more you try. The more you try, they'll pass you by. Whispers in the wind, whispers in the wind, whispers in the wind. Thank you.
Thank the people who have showed up. A number of you, you know who they are, you know who you are from my high school and college years, who know some of my recent past, and it means more to me today than it ever has. Now, at heart, I'm a 60s rock and roller. I always will be. And in that vein, this is one of the things, if I could just share something about songwriters, we never know, if we admit it, what's going to work and what is not going to work. And I was surprised that this song has got the reception it has gotten over the years. It's called Try to Fool God, and God Fooled Me. Went off a road, but the creek was too deep. Tried to climb the hill, but the hill was too steep. Should have stayed on the road that's narrow and straight. Should have paid the toll, but I didn't want to wait. Now I'm stuck in a rut and I can't break free. Tried to fool God and God fooled me. Preacher pointed to the verse, said I had no choice. Then I went and spent my tithe on a new Rolls Royce. The fear of judgment took my soul and took my mind. Now the judgment that I need's been left behind. Tomb's been opened, but I still can't see. Tried to fool God and God fooled me. He's a God of mercy, so my friends all say. He's also one of justice, and it's time for me to pay. Talking about things that I don't know. Going to places I should not go. Well, they tell me I'm a charmer and a damn good flirt. So why am I trapped, overwhelmed and hurt? Following her like a lemming to the sea. Tried to fool God and God fooled me. He's a God of mercy, so my friends all say. He's also one of justice, and it's time for me to pay. Talking about things that I don't know. Going to places I should not go. Tell me I'm a charmer and a damn good flirt. So why am I trapped, overwhelmed and hurt? Following her like a lemming to the sea. Tried to fool God and God fooled me. Tried to fool God and God fooled me. Tried to fool God. Try to fool God. Try to fool God. And God fooled me. Thank you. Good night.
Piano players are lucky. I just sit here and have the same microphone all the time.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody for coming, and thanks Linda for putting us on and meeting you two guys. It's real nice. It's real nice. This is a new song I'm working on. Hopefully be done next month. These things seem to take 2 or 3 months to do, but that's the way it is. This is called Old Guys Rule, and if you're around my age, then you know what it was like when we grew up, when we were teenagers, and I tell my older kids stories, and they just like, it's not fair. And I said, yeah, well, that's because you guys get cell phones, and we knew what to do with ourselves. Comes a time when the chrome on your bumper doesn't shine like it did. Getting old ain't for the faint of heart. I'm pretty good for the shape I'm in. The road that we traveled, this journey made us survivors. That's what we are. All loyalty, a dying breed. If you need me, I'll be there. We were wild and invincible. We thought we'd never die. We drove 90 miles an hour down a back road at night with a beer between our legs, not a care in the world. I'm old enough to know better. Comes a time when the chrome on your bumper doesn't shine like it did. We were wild and invincible. We thought we'd never die. We drove 90 miles an hour down a back road at night with a beer between our legs, not a care in the world. I'm old enough to know better. We were wild and invincible. We thought we'd never die. We drove 90 miles an hour down a back road at night with a beer between our legs, not a care in the world. I'm old enough to know better, but young enough not to care. Old guys rule. Old guys rule. Old guys rule. Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you.
I want to first of all thank my fellow singer-songwriters, Tom and Chuck and Stan, for joining me here. It's amazingly fun when you're a singer-songwriter getting to play with other singer-songwriters. We could all do individual gigs, and I know for me, unless I can afford to spend a lot of money having a band that I'll never make from what a club pays me, to have other people play with me, it's a lot more fun having my singer-songwriter colleagues play with me. So I enjoy the differences. I enjoy the approach to songwriting and the stories. So thank you all for being part of this show. The most appreciation goes to everyone here, because without you, it would be us singing in a beautiful hall and hearing ourselves echo off the walls. So it makes such a huge difference for each of you to be here. And thank you for taking your Sunday afternoon and spending some time with us. I hope you had a good time. And I hope you'll come back. Our next show is on March 23rd, if I have my dyslexic brain on properly. 3 o'clock, there'll be a new team of singer-songwriters, and I guarantee it will be enjoyable. And I want to thank Joan again, the curator of this space, for giving us the opportunity to bring music to beautiful Oakes Ames Hall. And I want to thank Adam and his team for chronicling this so many other people can hear it who aren't here in this room. And if they can hear me in the hall, Albert and Rebecca, thank you so much for being our welcoming greeting committee, our donation takers, and they're at the CD table. I know I brought some of my albums and Tom brought some of his. If you guys have albums, you're welcome to put them out there. But we also have a mailing list sign up, so if you want to hear more about what we do, you can find out. So thank you so much, and have a safe rest of your Sunday.
ECAT's production of concert series are provided by Morris Insurance. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for supporting producing concert series.